All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to our fourth week of the Swiss rounds here in the Legend of Zelda Any No Up+A Tournament. We have a 1-2 showdown between Digshake and justinman114. Hello, everyone. This is LOZ Cards Fan 23, along with my partner JSR2 Gamers. Now, both of these players have one win, so unfortunately, they won't be able to get in via the 4 wins. But if they could post some good times, they still might have a chance to get in via having the best average race time. So it's important that they put up good race times. So what are we going to be looking for?
Absolutely, Laws. And both these runners very capable of much better times than they've had the unfortunate results that they've been putting up so far. Both Digshake and justinman have PBs of, I want to say Digshake's around 36 minutes and justinman's about 33, mid-33. So they're both capable of putting up times that can get them into the brackets. justinman is a runner who runs both 2 first and 3 first, and it looks like he's going to run 2 first here.
Yeah, it looks like both of our runners are taking the same 2 first path.
So with the 2 first route, it's pretty easy. You just either scroll or walk over, avoid taking damage, and it's a little bit slower on this route, but it's much easier.
Yep, justinman unfortunately getting trolled by that Zola fireball a couple of times. He's already down to half of his health, so you want to make sure you get to that level 2 point before you take a game over, because otherwise you got to go back to the start.
So level 2 is a pretty straightforward level. Both these runners are experienced, so it shouldn't pose them too many issues. Just basically going to be looking for a few rupee drops and some bombs.
Digshake the first to get into level 2 here, justinman right behind him. They'll go ahead and clear all of these ropes, which are in the money dropping group, and they will pick up a key along the way. They'll pick up several keys through their entire quest. And Digshake can avoid this room. There is no drop right here. justinman also getting his key. Now Digshake will take care of these gorillas and does get a lucky bomb drop.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the times you'll see runners trying to kill these gorillas because when you kill the master one, all 5 will die like you just saw on Justin's screen. Justin got bad luck. He didn't get any bombs at all. Digshake didn't even kill the master one and got a bomb drop. So very good start for Digshake.
Yeah, justinman, there was only 1 single drop of those 5 gorillas. All I got was a heart out of it. Tough break.
Now, did Digshake skip the Mulderm key, or did he just clear that extremely fast?
He skipped it, because he's got 2 keys. justinman now has 3 keys.
You're right. Interesting play by Digshake. I wonder where he's going to make that key up at.
Nice use of the bombs there by Digshake to get everything dropping for him. Unfortunately, Dodongo being Trolldongo with Digshake, but he does get him on the second try, so Digshake now has the full capacity of bombs, and he'll get his first Triforce piece.
Yeah, nice recovery by Digshake there. You definitely don't want to panic if you get a Trolldongo, because if you drop your bombs in quick succession there, you actually miss out on smoking them, and it's very easy to use too many bombs there and run out.
Absolutely. So justinman getting the Dodongo in 1 shot. He's got his 7 bombs, and he'll be out of level 2 himself with the Triforce piece.
Always nice to get a Brodongo when you're short on bombs there. So nicely done by Justin. Not too far behind at this point.
Yep. So Digshake will go and pick up this 30 rupee secret here behind the Armo statue, and I would imagine he will get this 30 rupee secret as well. Yes, he does.
Most of the runners run 2 first. You'll see a number of different routes. Some will get the blue ring. Some will do a red candle route. Some will do a blue candle route. But pretty much universally on this route, you're going to see both runners picking up the white sword.
Yeah, justinman and Digshake are now side by side. It looks like justinman might be going for the hundo route, and Digshake went for the 30 rupees. So he may have a blue ring potentially in his future. justinman, they both have 5 hearts, so I would imagine that both of these runners, based off their routes, and yeah, they're both taking the same exact path. They're going to go up here and get this white sword, which will double the amount of attack power that they'll deal on enemies.
Now, something you just noticed, Digshake deciding to not screen scroll. He decided just to use the fact that the Lost Hills will send you back a screen to get through. Justin scrolled the screen and lost about a second or two there. and yet he got the same Lionel spawn. So to be honest, I'm not sure if there was a different intention there, but they both got the same Lionel spawn, and Justin loses 2 hearts as a result.
Yeah, interesting, because whatever you decide to do, like in terms of paths, screen scrolls, and whatnot, that actually influences your enemy spawns.
So digshake with the 74 rupees, I'm guessing he's either like you said, he's either going to be buying the blue ring or possibly a blue candle. It looks like Justin might be running red candle here.
Yeah, because I think in his situation, he probably would have gotten the blue candle by now. Of course, he could be saving it for level 5, but I guess we'll find out what Justin Man has in mind, as digshake is the first to enter to level 1. See him doing this pirouette trick here, where you enter level 1, you exit out of there and come back in there, and you'll notice that the locked door to the north will magically disappear. That way you don't have to go to the rooms east or west of here and pick up a key there.
Yeah, much more useful trick in Rando, but luckily for us vanilla runners, you get the opportunity to use that in the first quest run, and it's a nice little easy way to save a key.
Yes, indeed. digshake now has 4 keys, make it 3 keys. Justin Man's is still 1 ahead on the key counter, so I'll be interested to see how digshake is going to make up for that extra key.
Ooh, I think digshake miscounted there. He looked like he was going for a forced bomb, but that 5 rupee drop that he left on the table, I believe that was his 10 count. I think he thought he was at 9, so slightly bad luck for digshake.
Yeah, tough break, yes. Knowing how to count to 10 is very important in The Legend of Zelda. It might sound like the most childish thing ever, but it's actually very important. This is what JSR means here. When you kill 10 enemies in a row, if you bomb the 10th enemy and it's in a drop group, any drop group, you are guaranteed a forced set of 4 bombs. But if you kill the 10th enemy with your sword, you get a 5 rupee instead. Now, if you bomb the 10th enemy and it is not in the drop group, let's say likes or keys, if you stab the next enemy that does drop something, provided you don't get hit, you'll get a forced set of bombs that way.
Ooh, Justin gets a good Gorilla pattern there, down to 1 heart. In level 1, you don't want to take it too lightly. It is very easy for those gorillas to turn on you and throw a boomerang, so Justin being able to squeak through is huge.
Yeah, and those boomerangs do 1 heart of damage, so any boomerang to the face, Justin Man's down for the count. Gonna do his white sword, that's 3 stabs. Nice Aquamentus fight there by Justin Man. He is safe out of level 1, as is digshake.
We got us a race, folks. Only a few seconds behind. This is good.
We'll see if it stays that way the entire time. You know me, I like a good old-fashioned exciting race where they're side by side practically the entire time, and it all comes down to the Ganon fight practically.
What do you always call level 9 laws? I know you have a nickname for it.
Yes, the Great Equalizer is what we call level 9 in randomizer, and I guess in a sense you can call it that in vanilla too, because any death you take in level 9, you're losing several minutes depending on where you take that death, and furthermore, anytime you die, you start over with 3 hearts, not your maximum capacity, 3 hearts.
We see digshake grab another 30 secret. He's up to 116 now. Justin Man still only with 17 rupees. And considering where the candle would come in handy in this route, that pretty much confirms Justin Man's doing red candle, but I'm still not sure what digshake's saving up for.
Maybe he's doing red candle route as well. Potentially he might be going after the blue ring after he's done with 3 or 4, because you would imagine by that time, because there is a 100 secret here in the Dead Woods. Unfortunately, digshake having some trouble doing the screen scrolling here. That's going to cost him precious time as Justin Man takes the lead as he enters level 3.
Level 3, much easier on the 2 first route because these runners will have the white sword and a few more heart containers, and definitely makes a much more trivial troll handle a fight than what you'll see a 3 first runner have to mess with.
Yeah, that's right, JSR, because with the white sword, rather than the 4 hits on orange dart nuts that you would need with your wood sword, you only need 2 hits on the orange dart nuts with your white sword. And it's the same thing with manhandless petals. You need 4, I believe, wood sword hits to take down 1 segment, where you just need 2 with your white sword. And that could come into play if their bomb shots don't land a bullseye.
Nice clock drop for Justin, able to deal with that slightly unoptimal pattern and gets through. He'll be the first runner to the raft.
digshake down to 1 bomb, so they'll need to be careful or hope for a lucky bomb drop from these dart nuts. He does not want to take damage here. Try to build up that count if you can. Justin Man gets his raft out of level 3, which is what you need to get into level 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw digshake grab the floor drop in the room with the first red dark nuts in this level. So if he still has that floor drop, he's fine. Otherwise, he really needs to work on building a 10 count.
Yeah, unfortunately, took a couple of bops to the keys there in that room, so he's down to 5 hearts. Justin, man, in pretty good shape. He's going to clear this room now so he can have a full capacity of bombs against Manhandla. And he gets a lucky bomb drop anyways. Go figure.
The game knows, man.
It certainly does. All right, so these runners are practically side by side at this point. Digshake will take down these dark nuts, and now watch him. Let's see if he gets. Nope, he's not as lucky as Justin, man. Can he get the bullseye? Nope, 3/4.
Oh, he's got to be careful. Nice.
Yep, and he does get a bomb drop because he did not take a hit from that manhandle. Even though it wasn't the bullseye kill, he still gets his set of bombs. He's in good shape for level 4.
Yeah, Justin, man, in great shape. Digshake at the control handle of the fight now. Misses the bullseye, but having a good recovery.
Yep. Does take down the manhandler, but because he took damage, he does not get a bomb drop. So he's only going to have 2 bombs, which is exactly the amount you need to complete level 4. So Digshake either needs to hope for a lucky bomb drop, build a 10 count, or else he has no margin for error.
Yeah, very bad break for Digshake. It looks like this race is still very close, but you're going to see Justin, man, most likely have very little care about using bombs in, for example, the upcoming breakfast. Ooh!
Digshake getting a lucky bomb drop from that blue Octorok. That Octorok being a bro. Boy, what a break there by Digshake. He needed that.
That is way bigger than you folks might realize. That allows Digshake to have bombs for combat, and if he makes a mistake with his count, he won't lose time.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we are, level 4. It is in the what we like to call the Wizrobe enemy set, but level 4 is completely devoid of Wizrobes. That may sound like a good thing in theory, but in some aspect, it's a bad thing. And why, you might ask? Because the only enemy that's a source of bomb drops are these Vires. But you can't kill a Vire completely unless you have a magical sword. So when you take down a Vire, they split into 2 red keys, which don't drop anything. The only way you can get bomb drops from Vires is if you drop a bomb on them. That's it.
Ooh, Justin, man, slightly miscounts there. That 5er might have been his 10th kill, but you see the effects of him having 8 bombs coming into 4. He's still in pretty good shape.
And Digshake managed to force his own set of bombs because he's up to 7 now, and he gets a clock drop in the breakfast room. That's a great place to have it.
Absolutely. He's going to make up a few seconds here on Justin. Even though Justin didn't necessarily have a bad breakfast room, Digshake's was just a little bit better.
Yeah, always great to get those lucky clock drops. And the reason why we call it the breakfast room, you've got the likes that are like pancakes, you've got the Zols that are like jelly, and you've got the bubbles that are like eggs.
And don't forget, thanks to Angry Larry, we now call the blocks in the middle toast.
I like that, you know. It's 2 pieces, it's perfect. Yeah, that's toast. I like that.
Ooh, a plethora of bombs for Justin there.
Oh, yes, there's some people like to call it an embarrassment of bombs. Justin Man now has the max capacity 8 bombs. Now he's got 4.5 hearts. Let's see how he does against Gleok with his white sword. 5 for the first hit and 3 for the second hit. He's just tanking it. That was a good fight.
Yeah, very, very efficient, fast fight for Justin, man. And you see the effects of him having the white sword and 8 hearts. Another huge difference, and one of the reasons that most people run the 2 first route is that fight right there. With 4 hearts and a wooden sword, that is a whole different ballgame.
It's very difficult because you're losing 1 heart every time you get hit by Gleok or his fireballs, and it's 10 wooden sword hits for the first hit, 6 for the second.
Yeah, and here you see Digshake's only going to have to stab 5 and 3 respectively, so actually less hits for both heads than the wooden sword does just for 1.
All right, so this is where the keys come back into play. Now you notice that both of the runners have 5 keys. That's because Digshake, I believe, took the error key, whereas Justin Man did not.
Yeah, so it's possible, and you'll have to forgive me if I'm not as knowledgeable on the 2 first route, because I actually never ran it. It's possible that that key is an audible, like you can basically run an option there and do whichever key you prefer.
Justin Man having just a little bit of trouble here doing the screen rep, but he is successful. He's got to be careful here doing this around the world rep, which he does. Nice job, Justin Man.
Yeah, and then this ladder clip. Justin's actually making it look pretty easy. This is a very difficult trick. one that scares a lot of new runners. It's not as hard as it looks when you first learn it. Once you understand the visual cues and get the muscle memory down, it's actually quite easy, but they made it look so much easier than it really is.
This is where it's scary right here, JSR, where digshake is, because if you screw up and go too far to the right, that's a big time loss. So you really need to know what you're doing when you make this scroll. Nice bomb drop there from the blue Lionel.
Yeah, this screen, if you accidentally scroll to the right into the Lost Woods, it's about a 30-40 second time loss, and then you've still got to come back and do that scroll again. So you never want to rush that screen. Even if you're going to lose 10 or 20 seconds to set it up, you do not want to mess that scroll up in a race.
Not at all. Both runners are successful there. Digshake going to go to the raft spot here in Northeast Hyrule, get his heart container. Both runners will have 10 hearts.
And now Justin going up to the Northeast 100 Seeker. That'll give him the required rupees to buy arrows and bait. Meanwhile, digshake only 2 rupees away, so he may not be saving up for Blue Ring. He might just be running Red Candle with a slightly different route than Justin did.
I think that's exactly the play he's making right here. So he's not going to purchase the blue ring. He's not going to purchase the candle because you need 140 rupees to purchase the bait and the set of wooden arrows that are in the blue ring shop area. That's what both of these runners have in mind. So digshake is going to do the screen scroll here, I would imagine, to get back into level 5 here, which for speedrunners is one of the big gatekeepers because of a certain room that'll be coming up.
Yeah, so both these runners with 8 bombs are sitting pretty. They're going to want to build up a count. And the reason they're going to want to build up a count here, they're heading into what we call the Room of Requirement or the Olive Garden or whatever you want to call it. It's the room that nets you the recorder, and it's guarded by 6 blue dark nuts, and they are a pain in the neck.
And the staircase to get to that room is guarded by another 5 blue dark nuts. So if you don't know how to do a block clip through that diamond staircase, you have to go through 11, count them, 11 blue dark nuts. And they pack quite a punch because they have 8 hit points, which is 8 wooden sword or 4 white sword. And every time you get bopped by them, you lose 2 hearts.
And both runners with 6 bombs, both runners building up a count, and they're going to be entering the recorder room almost in sync. This is getting kind of good.
Let's see if they are able to get that 10 count going. So 2 bombs that need to be well placed. And I say well placed because if you're facing the dark nuts and you throw a bomb at them, they're just going to deflect that bomb shot and you will do no damage on them. So it is very important. And Justin getting his 10 count, he does get an extra set of bombs.
Yeah, very clutch by Justin. You don't want to have to use your last bomb to get that bomb drop because then you'll have to waste a few seconds on a menu. So that was actually very well played. And look at digshake. Wow.
They are side by side. Justin getting a lucky fairy. They're pretty similar on health. Digshake going to have a very slight lead on Justin as they pick up the breadstick here at the Olive Garden, the recorder.
Wow, digshake cleared that last group of dark nuts so fast, and he pulls in front.
Yeah, they are literally side by side right now here in level 5. This is shaping up to be one heck of a race right now. They're literally tied at this point.
Yeah, and both runners with a good amount of bombs, both runners will be able to get this bomb pack they left on the Gibdos. Digshake does take an unfortunate bop there, so Justin has a health advantage. He'll have 8 bombs, Digshake will have 7.
Yeah, and bombs are a factor because when you go into level 7, you need at the very least 5 bombs to get through it, but optimally you want to have at least 7 bombs.
Wow, they were in perfect sync going into that room. Justin's going to pull ahead because he cleared 1 Gibdo on the way in, so he's going to have about a 4 or 5 second lead here.
Yeah, very, very close race between the two right now. I hope it stays this way because these two have really put up a clinic. They've not taken a death. They have played very solidly. And Digshake going to go ahead and pick up that 5 rupee. He needed it because he was sitting on 139 rupees. He was a rupee short of purchasing the 2 items. And you don't want to rely on luck in the overworld. So Digshake not taking any chances.
Yeah, we've seen that in the tournament. You see it a lot more in PB attempts because people are a little bit more risky. They take a few more chances because why not? You know, it's a PB attempt. And I've seen many runners 1 rupee shy of that blue candle, 1 rupee shy of those arrows. It can really put a hurting on a run, and for both these runners, that won't be a factor tonight.
And Justin just going to go ahead and not use one of his bombs, so he'll have 8 bombs going into level 7. That was a pretty good Dig Dogger sword-only kill. Nicely played. Digshake did decide to use 1 of his bombs, so he's got 6 bombs, so a little bit of bomb trouble potentially for Digshake going into level 7.
Yeah, optimally you want 7 bombs in 7. You can beat it with 5, but you have to deal with a dig dogger late in level 7, and if you're low on health, it can be a little risky. So you'll see most runners use 2 bombs there. So for the most part, the rule is 7 for 7.
That's actually a good way to memorize it. A nice little mnemonic device, 7 for 7.
Neither runner attempts the Rue Quarter, the newest glitch that was just discovered by Rue Slugs about a month ago.
Yeah, we're in 2018, and we continue to discover new ways to glitch the game even today. A 32-year-old game, and we're still seeing new things. That's what I love about old school video games.
Yeah, we need to put like $1,000 bounty on the meat skip. When they can figure out meat skip, that's going to be huge.
Oh, absolutely. That would save a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of time. Justin Man and Digshake going on the shopping spree. They're going to pick up their bait. They're going to pick up their wooden arrows. You need the bait to get through the Hungry Gorilla in level 7, and you need the wooden arrows to get through the Goma in level 6.
Our restreamer, Gary and Old Wolf, informing us in chat that Justin Man is not too far off his PB pace, but Digshake is very green right now.
Wow, so Digshake has had quite a good run right now, and Justin Man will be the first to enter level 7, and Digshake will be about 10-15 seconds right behind him.
Wow, this is so good. There's only a few rooms separating these runners. The only real factor that could play in here is Justin Man has a nearly full complement of bombs, whereas Digshake's going to have to either force one, hope for a bomb drop, or he's going to have to clear a room, which could cost him a few seconds here.
And then there's this one reverse C room. It's not the more famous reverse C room that you're going to see in level 9, but it's a reverse C that I think is much more stressful than the reverse C room in level 9. And why, you might ask? Because of 2 things. 1, the bubbles, and 2, the wall masters.
We've seen it a few times in this tournament already. A few contestants have been wall mastered, and a wall master is almost, and I stress almost, worse than a death, because you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the level.
Yeah, it practically is taking a death. The only good thing, if there's any good thing about it, is you keep all your health. That's not much, though, to say.
Justin's really, really flying in this level 7. He's kind of stretched his lead out to about 20 seconds here.
Yep, Justin Man going to pick up this red candle, which you need to burn the bush to gain access to level 8. Blue candle, you can only use it once per screen, then you have to go to another screen to access it again. Red candle, you can use it as many times as you want with a maximum of 2 shots on screen at once.
Nice swag sword there for Justin as he picks up his red candle. And he heads into this dig dogger fight we were talking about earlier. Let's see how he does.
2 bombs that are well placed, and you will have a very good dig dogger fight. If you have the wooden boomerang, which you don't see very often in races, you can stun lock the 3 dig dogger segments and quick kill them that way.
Yeah, very nice kill by Justin. Picks up a couple nice refill hearts as well. And Digshake gets a bomb leaving the diamond staircase room. Very good for Digshake. He actually regains an advantage over Justin.
Very nicely done there by Digshake, and let's see how he does against the Dig Dogger fight. He's got to be careful. He's getting low on health. Let's see how Justin Man does here in this very difficult reverse C room. Not much of a problem there.
Yeah, very nicely done. Switches to arrow strats. Digshake does take down the Dig Dogger, but unfortunately gets only 1 hard drop and declines to go out of his way to pick it up. So he's still a little low on health.
And that's also going to be a factor at the end of the level, because Justin Man is going to have a very small refill, whereas Digshake's going to have a really long refill. He's got to be careful. No, he picked up the clock, but that was the 5th wall master, so he's okay.
Yeah, very nicely done by Digshake. Not sure if he did that on purpose, but waiting until that last wall master was out of the wall and getting that clock takes the bubbles out of the equation. So both these runners had a very clean level 7, Digshake's health notwithstanding.
Right. Yeah, I do think Digshake did it on purpose, because when you take the clock, you won't get knocked back by the bubble. So yeah, he waited until the last wall master to do that. That was absolutely intentional.
Yeah, Lago pointing out in chat that Justin also got a bomb right at the end of level 7. So both these runners have enough bombs to get through 7 and then some. So we may see some bomb strats against these new enemies that we're going to see for the first time in level 6.
Yes, that's right. The new enemies we're talking about are the Wizrobes, and they are the health punchers. We'll talk about that in a moment. Justin Man is going to go ahead and pick up this magical sword, which you need 12 hearts in order to pick it up, and that's going to double their attack power one more time. So anytime you do damage to enemy, you're doing 4 hit points of damage with that magical sword.
Digshake getting a little bit of bad luck in the laggy woods, unable to nail this scroll cleanly. It's a little tricky because the lag makes it hard to do those one-frame taps accurately.
So that is going to extend Justin Man's lead, and here are the enemies that we were talking about. It's these Wizrobes, and the orange Wizrobes are easier to tangle with because they only have 4 hit points, and that's 1 hit with the magical sword. But what's not so pleasant about them is if you get hit by their beams, you lose not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 hearts.
Wow, Justin just had a really nice belfry. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, that was picture perfect right there by Justin Man. And then the other enemy that you're going to see right here in this magical breakfast room are the blue Wizrobes, which move in a very sporadic pattern. And oh, he took a red beam there.
Oh no! From the penthouse to the cellar, Justin takes a red beam. He's got to be extremely careful. He does not have a potion yet.
That's right. Blue Wizrobes do 2 hearts of damage when you get hit by their beams. There's a clock drop, but that's probably not the room you wanted to see that clock drop.
So the good news for Justin as he heads into the Magical Breakfast Room 2 is that if he's able to get through these next 2 rooms without too much more damage, the end of level 6 is relatively safe. But this next room is going to tell the tale. Is Justin going to be able to hold his lead, or is he going to have to do 6 all over again?
Got the maximum set of bombs, so if he's in a little bit of a pickle, he might use some of his bombs right here. Down to 3 hearts. He needs to be careful. Any wet Wizrobe, yes, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Wizrobes. Gets another bomb drop right there. This has been a pretty good second magical breakfast room, but he's got to be careful. All right, he's got it.
Oh, and he gets a sweet, merciful fairy at the end of it. So even though he was down to 2 hearts, which is the danger zone, that fairy is going to relieve the pressure a little bit. He should be fine. And Digshake, meanwhile, with great health going into the same room.
He's going to have Beam Sword for the second magical breakfast room. That's pretty nice.
And both runners getting a plethora of bombs as well. Digshake opts to use a few for combat, which isn't a bad strat, especially knowing that there's a few bomb chances still to come in 6.
And while it wasn't nearly as clean of a breakfast room as Justin Man's, Digshake was able to do it pretty fast because he had plenty of hearts to spare. Justin Man does take down Goma and gets his Triforce out of level 6. Level 8 is the last stop before level 9.
We'll keep tabs on the time here for you folks. 26-26 curtain close at level 6 for Justin. We'll see what the lead looks like when Digshake gets through here as he heads to level 8.
I'd say it's going to be roughly a 30-second lead for Justin Man, and that may sound like a big lead, but all it takes is 1 death for Justin Man to turn the race upside down.
I think you nailed it right on the head, Laws. It's going to be nearly exactly 30 seconds. It's going to be about 32-second lead.
Yep, so a solid lead for Justin Man, but anything can happen because level 8 has some more tricks up the sleeve, and it's 2 Blue Lagoon rooms. What's the Blue Lagoon room, JSR?
Well, we call it Blue Lagoon because it's kind of a play on words of lag and lagoon because it's a bunch of these blue dark nuts, so you have to deal with dark nuts, these BMOS turrets, and the lag, as you see Justin dealing with as he heads in.
And just like level 5, there are 11 required blue dart nuts. Well, again, technically the 5 in level 5 are not required if you could block clip, but if you can't block clip, they'd be required. But yep, again, 5 in the first Blue Lagoon room, 6 in the second. You want to try to keep Beam Sword as long as possible. It makes the room much easier.
Yeah, Justin had a very nice Blue Lagoon 1, only a half heart of damage, and he gets a bomb drop, so he's going to have 7 bombs minimum leaving this level. Very nice.
And that is really good because now Blue Dark Nuts are in the health drop group, and because of that, while temporarily he did get his Beam Sword back before the BMO statue and the Blue Dark Nuts had something to say about that.
Oh, the sweet, merciful fairy that you mentioned, these guys are in the health drop group. Justin gets a nice number of drops. Meanwhile, Digshake's got to be very careful.
He's down to only 3 hearts. He can't afford to take many more hits. He gets a merciful fairy drop as well. Oh, and he needed no! Sprite being evasive to Digshake and taking a death. Oh, he could not afford to take a death there. So back to the start, he goes with only 3 hearts.
Oh, that fairy eludes Digshake. He was going after the fairy, and unfortunately, that Dark Nut got him in the back, and then the turret finishes him off. and that's kind of like, oh, and now he's in trouble again. He's got to be careful.
Right now, Justin Man has a big lead on digshake. So, oh, and the turret statues gets him right there. And that's why you do not want to take a game over, because as I mentioned earlier, anytime you take a game over, you start with just 3 hearts. And when you lose 2 hearts to a blue Dark Knight, that's painful.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was that was in my chat one day. It might have actually been Justin, who mentioned that if you're going to get a potion before 9 anyways, sometimes it's a good idea to go and get it before level 8 for this exact reason right here. Digshake's got a decision to make. If he dies again, he's probably going to end up opting to leave and go refill his health at the fairy fountain, and he's still going to be potionless going into level 9.
Speaking of potionless, that's exactly what Justin Man won't be going into level 9, because he went ahead and burned this bush here, picked up the potion, so he can refill his health twice. So right now, Justin Man appears to be in the catbird seat.
Now, we see Digshake take another death. He did do a very smart thing, though. He killed most of the blue dark nuts in the lagoon off and then opted to leave the room. That's going to set his enemies so that he'll have less dark nuts to deal with, and he's really going to hope here that he gets a fairy drop.
Unfortunately, he takes an immediate bop from that first blue dark nut, and he gets the second one, does get a fairy drop.
That's great for Digshake. If he's able to get into this next room without any bops, he might be able to recover here.
Absolutely. At this point, it's going to take a death on Justin Man and for Digshake to make any kind of comeback, and with 2 potions in hand, that's going to be very unlikely.
So Justin enters level 9. He's got 2 keys, so he's going to clear out this first breakfast room for a key. And then he's going to get to go into another Wizrobe-filled dungeon, and he gets a new enemy to deal with, the all-loved Patras.
Yeah, nobody likes Patra, Wayne, because whenever you get hit by Patra, you lose 2 hearts, and you have to kill all of the bees surrounding it before you can aim at the eyes of Goma. So, very difficult enemy, and an annoying one at that, especially in Randomizer.
Digshake in the Blue Lagoon 2 got another fairy drop, so his health is actually looking pretty decent. He should, barring a disaster, be able to finish level 8 here.
Oh, absolutely. And with his magical sword, that 4-headed Gleeok that you saw on Justin Man's side, Digshake will have no problem, because it's 3 hits for the first head, 2 for the other 3, so you only need 9 hits. Yeah, health-wise, he's in good shape. As long as he doesn't get bopped by these Poles voices, which he does not, yeah, he's in pretty good shape.
Chad pointing out that that was actually Redbird Grad that mentioned that, and I apologize. I want to give Redbird his credit. And it's a good strategy. If you're planning on picking up a potion anyways, if you don't use it in 8, that's great. But if you do use it, you still have one in your pocket for 9.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty good strategy indeed. So we'll see if anybody employs that in the future. Digshake does get the Triforce out of level 8, so now he'll be eligible to go into level 9. And Digshake, we'll see if he decides to grab a potion. I think he might as well. But again, at this point, Justin Man's had quite a level 9 so far. He's not taken too much damage. He is looking pretty right now.
Yeah, he's already through the first required Patra skip and the first required Blue Wizrobe skip, and he's got 7 bombs to boot. So he's going to have plenty of bombs for combat in what you referred to earlier as the more famous of the 2 reverse C rooms.
Yeah, that's correct, because behind that reverse C room, you've got Bubbles, you've got Wizrobes, and of course the Silver Arrows. Nicely done against that Patra to not take any damage. Some people might panic there doing a block clip, because you're seeing this pattern of like, no, I got to do this block clip as fast as I can. And that's when runners tend to panic. You just got to stay calm and do your thing and just pretend there's nothing there and just do your block clip. Don't even think.
Justin set that up beautifully, and what a reverse C by Justin, man. That was impressive.
That was immaculate right there. He's going to go ahead and pick up his Silver Arrows, which is what you need to kill Ganon. Justin, man, definitely in the driver's seat to pick up his 2nd victory of the tournament.
Yeah, and on a really nice pace here. Looking at about a mid-35 pace. I believe that might be a tournament PB for him at this point.
It very well could be indeed, so that's something for Justin Man potentially to shoot for, provided he doesn't take much damage between now and the Ganon fight, because got to be careful. A Hyrule driver or a Ganon hug, as some people might like to call it, you lose 4 hearts every time he touches body, so you got to be careful. Justin Man taking no chances. He's going to take that Patra down. Just leave the eye there and go on his merry way.
Yeah, Patra was trolling him pretty hard there. He does get through, but Patra was not letting him through. He was playing a really good role at gatekeeper there.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. Justin Man getting through the pancake rooms here. He'll bomb to the west of this pancake and Wizrobe room. Not a problem. They left him alone. Just got to get through one more required Wizrobe room to clear.
Yeah, with plenty of bombs to spare in his pocket, he can take it slow here or he can get aggressive. As long as he doesn't take a wet Wizbo beam, it'll be all right.
And he's still looking good in the health department. 8.5 hearts, so he can withstand at least one high roll driver at this point.
Yeah, it still has a potion. Actually, he has 2 potions in his pocket, so we'll have to wait and see if he opts to use them. And then the number one rule I tell people, if you've got a potion in your pocket, do not die with that potion still in your pocket.
That's right. Justin Man doing the swag bomb clip right there going through that. He's got 7 hearts. And there's a gray screen. We're in black and white Zelda, so we've got our little black and white TVs that we used to have back in the 70s and 80s and whatnot, and we're playing off of that because when I used to play video games, I was playing off a black and white set. So this is like taking me to memory lane.
Ooh, Justin does take a bop. Unfortunately, the Patrick can still withstand a high roll driver. Nice swag, though, by Justin. And here we go, Laws. Your line, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. 4 hits is what we need for the magical sword. He can withstand 1 high roll driver. Let's see if he cooperates. Oh, he gets the good pattern. Wow. That was a heck of a level 9 for Justin Man. We've got Bacon. He's got the Triforce of Power. And Justin Man is going to finish this race off with a very impressive time. Get your GGs out for Justin Man. He is your winner of the race.
Yeah, an official SRL time for Justin Man, 1:14 of 35 minutes and 30 seconds. What a good time. Justin Man showing us all that he's got skills and he's nobody to take lightly in this tournament.
Justin Man played that level 9 exceptionally well. 35.5 minutes. Is that a race PB?
That is his tournament race PB for sure. His previous race PB was 37 minutes and 6 seconds. Yes. So very nice run. So a
96-second tournament PB there by Justin Man. Well played. That was a run for him. We'll see if we can get him for an interview in just a moment. Digshake has completed the reverse C room. He'll go ahead and pick up his silver arrows. Now, his health is a little bit on the low side. He is down to 4 hearts, so he cannot withstand a red Wizrobe beam at this point.
Yeah, he does still have a potion or 2 in his pocket. He also used up a few more bombs in the reverse C than Justin did, so he'll have 0 bombs for combat here. So he's going to have to be careful not to panic and use a bomb, because then he'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, we saw that happen yesterday during one of the races. I believe it was Tetra versus, I forgot who. Oh, Gary and Old Wolf right here.
Yeah.
So, yes, you want to be careful that your bomb shots are nailed perfectly. Otherwise, you're going to have to rely on a candy bomb from the orange Wizrobe. So you really want to make sure that you're nailing these shots, which he does for the first one.
He decides to pull that potion out. Not bad idea at all. Play it conservative. There's no reason to put any sort of undue stress on yourself.
Yep, and I certainly don't blame it. And it's a good thing he did, because that would have been the end of Digshake right there. So good move on his part by drinking the first of his 2 potions.
There's still 1 bomb in his pocket. He needs it for this wall, so he has to be sure, like you said, accuracy is key here.
Yeah, because there's only a couple of red Wizrobes in here, so you need to make sure that this is nailed. Yeah, that's a good shot right there. He's got it.
Oh, almost takes a red Wizrobe beam. That was lucky. The traps gave him a heart of damage, but also gave him some iframes, so he was able to skip through that beam.
Yep, he's got 6 hearts, so again, he still can withstand a high roll driver, but if Patra decides to troll him, he won't be able to withstand that. He does have the potion set in case he needs it for the Ganon fight. So far, so good on Patra. Just a couple of eyes left to go. Yeah, that was a good Patra fight right there by Digshake. So one more time, here's Ganon. Let's see how Digshake does. Does he get the same pattern that Justin Man does? He does! Get the stun lock? No! Yes? No? Did he get it? No, he didn't!
Oh, that was close!
All right, but we do have more Bacon and the Triforce of Power, so get your GGs out for Digshake. He's going to finish about 3 minutes behind Justin Man. A very solid run, but level 8 unfortunately did him in.
Yeah, an official SRL time for digshake of 38 minutes and 39 seconds. Not a bad run at all, considering the 2 deaths in 9. It was a good recovery by him. He was able to get through that level 8 with only 3 hearts. Very resilient. And this race would have been a lot closer, unfortunately, those deaths being the major story in this race.
And that also is a tournament PB for digshake. So both of our runners turning in tournament PBs for their 4th race of the tournament. Well done for both. GG.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get both runners in chat or in the commentators booth so we can ask them about their runs. But make sure you follow both these runners. They're both really great guys, and they run multiple Zelda games, and they're deserving of all you guys to come by and say hi to them in their streams.
Yeah, most definitely. A great race between the two of them. It was very close for most of it. Level 8 proven to be the difference this time around. Both of them had a very solid level 9.
Level 8, please.
Joining us in the commentators booth is our racers, Digshake and Justin, man. Congratulations, Justin. Your thoughts on your run today, sir?
Glad I didn't die, I guess. That's it was a little there were a lot of rough patches, but yeah, I managed to not die. I got some lucky drops, I think, in certain places to keep me alive, but overall, yeah, went pretty well. I mean, level 8 where Dig died is where I normally fear the most dying, so I just really, if you didn't notice in the second lagoon, I was really going slow to make sure I didn't die, so yeah, just I guess happy I didn't die. That's really it. 9 went well.
Yeah, he had a very nice reversey in 9 and very clean level 8. Level 6 was a little clench for you. And on the flip side, Digshake had an amazing level 6, made up a few seconds on you. But unfortunately, level 8 was the major deciding factor. Digshake, what were your thoughts in level 8?
I am just surprised at how fast that first room took out my whole life bar. Like, that was one of the worst attempts at that first room that I can possibly remember. It was bad. I mean, walking in there with full health and just dying within seconds, it was insane.
Yeah, it gets brutal in there.
I think, though, seeing Justin's time, like, even if I hadn't died there, I don't think I must have already been behind at that point. I don't think I was ahead at that point. So
I think it was, yeah, you were, but it wasn't by much. I think maybe I was listening, so I wasn't watching, but I think they were saying 30 seconds or something like that going into 8. So
yeah, it was a 32-second lead at the level 6 Triforce. So you were still very much in this race.
I think if Digshake hadn't died, it could have been different because I probably would have had to play more aggressively. I was able to kind of slow it down just a little bit in 9 and not take damage where I normally probably would have taken damage if I was trying to go fast. Reverse C was almost, that was almost luck. I got a perfect pattern. I had extra bombs. Not that I needed them, but I didn't even, I got a bomb drop too. All the enemies were on top of each other. I didn't even see that I got a bomb drop. I just killed everything. That was the best reverse C I've ever had in my life. Even in runs, I've never done it that fast. So I just got kind of lucky there, I think. The only problem I had with 9 was Patra 2 getting in my way. I forgot to do that. I was going to damage boost through it, but I messed up the walk, so I kind of waited. It took a while to get through, but I didn't even have to use the potion. I had it equipped just in case, because I know how my Ganon fights can go, but yeah, got lucky.
yeah, well, GG, man. I felt like I was cruising, so for you to put up a time like that, that's...
Yeah, well, yeah, GG to you as well. You kept the pressure on me. Like I said, any death would have just lost it for me, which is pretty much what most of the time happens when I run this game, so... As you know, it's not an easy game to beat without dying. So
it sucks that I put up such a good run and a loss, honestly. But
yeah,
it works.
Well, you still get the time. The average does count. I guess for people who are not 5-0 or 4-1, it's gonna count for something. So
both of you were able to lower your average significantly. Digshake, actually, with your run today, you're now on Fred's spreadsheet, officially on the bubble So you're within striking distance. Justin still has a long way to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think I have it. Yeah, because I forfeited my first race out of rage. So I probably screwed myself on that one, but that's all right. At least I had one race where I finished it with a decent time. I think the other ones that I finished were not quite as good of times. I think they all had deaths in them, so yeah.
You're not mathematically eliminated, but it'll take a near PB effort to give you
like
a good chance.
30 or something. Grind it out, dude. I got a week, right?
But yeah, digshake falling to 1 and 3, but is still in shape to at least have a shot at it. So I definitely wish you both the best of luck in round 5, and thank you guys for a very awesome race this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for putting it on.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, great race between the two of you. Have yourselves a great rest of your Sunday, and good luck to you in your 5th and final race of the Swiss.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, so that's going to do it for us today. Coming up later on Gary and Old Wolf's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, we have a 2-for-1 special for you. We got Southern Pretzel and Silver Fire in one matchup, and in a second matchup, Supersonic 71087 against Mad Bomber XX. So that will do it for us. On behalf of our 2 runners, digshake and Justin Man, on behalf of our restreamer, Gary and Old Wolf, and on behalf of my commentator partner, JSR2 Gamers, make sure you give all of them a follow. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourselves a great rest of your Sunday. So long, everybody.